Hi, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads, and welcome to Guess the Book? What is this video called? So basically I'm going to be doing a challenge that lots of people do on BookTube where you have to guess the book based on the first line. I can't think of like a snappy way to say it at the moment. I can only think of the full explanation. I got my coffee to see if that can help, but the reason I'm standing in front of my books today is because I am trying to guess books based on the first line or the first two lines. Now I know people often do this when they do meetups or with a friend or something like that, where they're reading it aloud to them. But unfortunately, I'm not met up with any of my BookTube friends and I'm just here alone. But I asked my boyfriend to write down, we sorted it out on my iPad basically, so I've got the line written down and then I've got to like pick the book and then whatever. Unfortunately I couldn't rope him into being in a video, but this is the best I've got and I really wanted to do this challenge for ages, so I think this is just like gonna have to do for now. So I don't know what books he's picked obviously, but like I don't know if he's picked books like that he knows or books that he's heard me talk about. I doubt it. I reckon he literally just pulled books off the shelf. I know that he pulled off Lore Olympus and was like, it isn't a proper book. It's not going over first line. Well, technically he does, but yeah, he was a bit confused. But he did his best and we're going to see how we get on. So I'll probably pop a screenshot here of like what I'm reading so you can see. So let's go to book one. I've got 10 books here. Let's see what we got. Let's go book one question. What? It says blank blank launched into a fit of coughing, a bit of bread down the wrong way, but the chat around the long dinner table carried on. Long dinner table? Blank blank. My first thought was Grown Ups by Marian, because that starts with like a group dining situation. I don't know if looking at the in here to give myself to give myself another chance to guess or not is a good idea, because I might spoil myself for later books. I don't know if he would have picked this one up without, but then he might have done for this one. I'm just going to look at the answer. I'm going to look at the answer. I don't know, because it starts around the dinner table. Grown Ups is about an Irish family and all their extended family and basically all of their little problems. I did a video about it actually. I'll link it down below. It's really good. I was right. I was right. Oh, that's brilliant. I was right. Look. Johnny Casey launched into a fit of energetic coughing, a bit of bread down the wrong way. Incredible. Amazing. Amazing. He's not going to believe me. Right, book two question. In life, blank blank was known not only for her loveliness, but also for her moral character. So it was fair to assume in the afterlife she would occupy a lofty seat with an especially good view. The afterlife? The afterlife? What books have I read about that have got the afterlife in? In life? Blank blank blank. What the fuck? My first thought was The Colour of Magic. Does someone die in The Colours of Magic? At the beginning? Is someone dead? But like it was a bit crazy, a bit weird, and I feel like Tom would have picked this because he knows The Colour of Magic and he likes The Colour of Magic. He likes Terry Pratchett films. He's not a reader, but he likes the Terry Pratchett films. Never Let Me Go? No, that's right next to it. He wouldn't have done that, would he? Would it have been Never Let Me Go? Right, I'm going to have to look at the answer. Oh my god. It was The Lux by Anna Godberson, which is one of my favourite books from when I was a young teen. And it's about the aristocracy in 1899 in America. I think it's like American, like, aristocracy, society. I didn't get that one. For some reason I thought it was The Colour of Magic. I'm not going to look at what The Colour of Magic starts with, because I wonder if Tom would have picked this. I'm going to pop that there. Okay, so let's go for 3 questions. Until he was 4 years old, blank, 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 had a happy life. He lived peacefully with his mother and father in a beautiful house beside the sea. I think this is The Ocean at the End of the Lane, because this is one of my favourite books of all time. Tom, for my birthday last year, got me tickets to see the play in London, which was amazing. They live by the sea, or the ocean at the end of the lane, kind of. And or is it James and the Giant Peach? No, I don't. It Four's too young. I think Four's too young for The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I think it's James and the Giant Peach. Oh. Yes! Just to interrupt, but what was that sound that just came out of my mouth in that clip? Bizarre. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Until he was 4 years old, James Henry Trotter had a happy life. He lived peacefully with his mother and father in a beautiful house beside the sea. Yes! 2 out of 3 so far. I'm doing well. Which was one of my favourite. This was one of my favourite Roald Dahl books when I was a kid. I absolutely loved it. To the death. Right, book 4, question. Rain drums its fingers on the garden shed. They call it a garden shed, but in truth there is no garden or on the grounds of Merrylands. The shed is barely even that. Is Merrylands in Gallant? Is that the name of the house in Oh no, it's Gallant. The house is Gallant, I think. Gallant is the house. Merrylands. That really rings a bell. It's not Rebecca, because that's Manderley. Rain drums its fingers on the garden shed. They call it a garden shed, but in fact there is... That really rings a bell. Could it be A Song for Issy Bradley? Is that where they live? Maryland sounds like a vast place. That doesn't feel right. I hope you enjoyed this video at the back of my head. The most annoying thing is that this really rings a bell. Merrylands. The grounds. It's a house of grounds. The grounds of... What house has grounds? Gallant? I can only think of Gallant, but I'm sure the house is called like Gallant House. Or is it called Gallant House? Or Gallant? Never Let Me Go? By Kazuo Ishiguro? Ishiguro? I'm going to have to look. I think I've got this one wrong. It's either this, Gallant, or Issy Brad. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so annoyed it's Gallant. Oh, I didn't pick it up. But does it count? I'm going to give myself a half point because I didn't settle on it. Fuck. Is Gallant their last name? Why is it called Gallant again? Fuck. Damn it. It has occurred to me whilst editing this that A, I have a swearing problem, and B, that Merrylands is the orphanage that Gallant starts out in. It is called Gallant. The house is called Gallant. Of course it is. My brain was just not processing. I forgot that part of the story. I'm so annoyed. Right. 5 for 5. He's put here the location, because it has a location in it, and he asked me, and I said put the location because it's a bit spicy, a bit variety. And it says Rankilia Street, Edinburgh. I suppose the important thing to make some sort of difference, she said. You know, actually change something. What? Like change the world, you mean? Edinburgh. What book is set in Edinburgh? Literally all of them? Okay, let's think about this seriously. It's not with time, it's not the Red Kings, it's not Lord of the Rings. American Gods, no, never set in London, no, it's not Illuminae, it's not Thoughts from a New Goddess, it's not What's My Broken Heart, Only Wants to Set in London, Won't These Finds the Lights, not Neil Gaiman, Norse mythology, Night Passes set in New York, The Wicked King set in America, We've Just Had Gallon, Peter Pan, Sleeping Single, no, Hearts of a No, That Can Go, no, Sweet Home, no, Something's Great, Let's Think So, Time Traveler's Wife is American, so all the Joe Pico's, Down Next Time, no, The Night Watch, no, Illustrated, no, Potentially Paying Guests, maybe, All the Tide, King's Records, no, Northern Lights, no, Look at Dust, wouldn't be, Consequences, no, Good Girls, Murder, no, Coldest Touch, no, no, Post Secret, no, The Handmaid's Tale, no, Regenerations, mainly about men, so I don't think it would be Regeneration, Queenie, Jim Campbell, no, St. Island, no. I don't think this is right. I really don't think this is right. I'm going to go the paying guess, but I cannot think of what other book it is, like at all. Where is it? Oh, I didn't look there. Oh, I forgot that my books, I said the books go along here. It's one day. Because it starts in Edinburgh. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. If you enjoy just watching me being annoyed at myself for 25 minutes straight, I'm hoping you're enjoying this. It's so hot, we're right by the window. Right, I'm going to get these last four. These last four I'm going to get. 6Q. It was only a duck pond out at the back of the farm. Is that the ocean at the end of the lane? I think this is the ocean at the end of the lane. I'm going to commit. I'm not going to think about anything else. Yes! Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It was only a duck pond. And I knew it straight away. And I always thought that whatever other book I thought the ocean at the end of the lane was. Of course. Oh, I knew this one straight away. I didn't even have to read it out loud. The question is, they found blank this eve just outside the Blood Forest dead. And that is from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I knew he would try and get this in there because, well, it's my favourite book. I read it all the time. I talk about it all the time. I am a loser. Blood Forest. Immediately. Don't even have to look at the answer. Genius. Okay. We've got it. Blank smoothed down her hair and did a last mirror check in Gran's upstairs hallway. She had a date tonight with blank. Gran's upstairs. That's only a monster, I think. I think that's only a monster. Because she lives in her grand's house, or she's at her grand's house for the summer, and she has a date at the beginning with the guy. I've not explained any of these books. That's not really the point. The point is that you are watching me go crazy. Let's have a little look. AA, Only a Monster. Yes. Love my life. I said I want to get these last 4 right, and there was actually 5 at that point. But since then I've got 3 in a row, all correct. So feeling pretty good. 9Q. Blank had 2 problems. The moon and his moustache. Blank had 2 problems. The moon and his moustache. Is that the colour of my leg? Moustache. I don't read books about men. Really rare, very rare. The moon and his moustache. Or is it Neverwhere? I don't know if Tom would dare to open Neverwhere since we went on holiday and he broke it. All the pages started to fall out because of the way he was holding it when he was reading it. I'm going to go the Colour of Magic again. Six of Crows? Where? Oh, it has that funny... Juiced. I don't give a shit about juiced. Oh, fuck. That's hard. Okay. Last one. Number 10. Like 20 minutes. Thriving. The journalists arrived before the coffin did. They gathered at the gate overnight, and by dawn there was a crowd. By 9 o'clock, they were a swarm. What book starts with people dying? Is it a murder mystery? Oh, it's gone tough here. Coffin, what book starts? The journalists arrived before the coffin did. They gathered at the gate overnight, and by dawn there were a crowd. By 9 o'clock, they were a swarm. I'm going to go with 2 guesses because I just can't decide. I think it either might be Library of the Dead because it's the only like natural, like straight away like mystery crime thriller I think I've got, or Regeneration. I don't think Regeneration starts like that at all. I don't think Regeneration's like that, but I don't know if it's a red herring. Let me look. It's fucking Nevermore. Because she's the Doom's child. The best. Oh, I love this book. Of course. Damn it. It's well annoying. Really, 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 really annoying. I don't actually know how many I got right. I think I definitely got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. And I think I'm going to give myself half a point for Gallon. But if I missed one, I'll pop it up here. But I think I got 5.5. That's not too bad. That's not too bad going, right? Damn, that was hard. So we had like a decent selection of books there. And this might be a little bit crazy. A little bit of a tough one to edit, I think. Because I'm a little bit all over the place. But hopefully you enjoyed it. And watching me sweat and get books wrong. I knew that I would get From Blood and Ash straight away, even though I didn't know it. Like if you'd said to me, what's the starting From Blood and Ash, I would have got it straight away. I'd get the last line of From Blood and Ash so easily because it's one of my favourite endings ever. I love it. Yeah, so that's pretty fun, pretty good, but we didn't do too bad. But I'm really pleased that I got The Ocean at the End of the Lane, James and Giant Peach, and From Blood and Ash, as well as Grown Ups. I was quite surprised. Like, it was my initial thought, and it was the only thing I could think. It was quite distinctive. It's very different to a lot of the other books that are on here. So I'm quite pleased with that. I'm very, very pleased. And we'll see how we get on. There wasn't many fantasy books, actually. I think he went away from the fantasy books because he thought that I would guess fantasy books, because if he was to pick any, fantasy would be his choice. But I might get him to do this again because this was really fun. For me, maybe not for you watching, just watching me sweat, like getting me like, watching me get a bit crazy. But I will speak to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.